Hey guys, I'm Captain Caro here, and today we have a new video for 2020, and I want to start off with something fun. So today, we're going to talk about why Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are honestly not that bad. Now this is something that I've realized in many communities when I've recently been browsing the web. Apparently some people have come to the conclusion that Dragon Ball as a series has bad writing and pacing, and not the best characters, and this may have been due to release of the mediocrely received Dragon Ball Super. And although I may have a sweet spot for the new series, I cannot undermine its problems with animation, storytelling, pacing, writing, and so much more. But personally, I think that's a video for another day, so let's get back to our main topic. So for today's topic, let's talk about why Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z have some of the best writing, characters, and world building in shonen history. I know that's a big statement to say, but I'm going to attempt to back it up. So let's get right into it. So starting off with the characters of Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, we have mainly the human Z fighters such as Tien, Chaozu, Krillin, Master Roshi, and of course Goku. And then we have some of the side characters including Bulma, Puar, Oolong, Launch, and some other ones, but not as much importance. Now the great thing about this cast is how well they work off of one another. Personally, whenever I read stories, I like it when characters have fun, when you can tell that they like each other. One instance where this is not the case is the prequel trilogy with Anakin, Obi-Wan Skywalker. With Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, Dragon Ball, the characters don't seem to hate each other, and their personalities roll off each other very, very nicely. And I find that quite pleasant. Now getting to the story of Dragon Ball, we start off with Goku, who's around a 12-year-old boy who has a tail, so very, very strange, and he meets Bulma. Now, the Bulma-Goku dynamic is the dynamic that starts the entire series, and will continue the series up all the way to Dragon Ball Super, and what is currently going on right now. Now, then we get some fun conversations between the characters, and some cute dialogue, and we get some nice world building. Now the world building is personally phenomenal because we experience the world as Goku sees it, and that is amazing because we are as clueless as Goku is to the world that we are currently exploring. And as we trek through the first arc of Dragon Ball, we meet many other characters who are soon to become part of the main cast, such as Yamcha, Puar, Chi-Chi, Vyaxing, and Master Roshi. And all these characters have their own flaws and roles, as Master Roshi, as now in the story, is the master with the fatal flaw of him being an extreme pervert. Or Yamcha, who has a huge fear of women, although he does overcome that near the end of the arc. And Goku, who just wants to live on his own and still doesn't know much about the world. Along the way, we get some side characters such as Chi-Chi, who will become a major player later on in the series, the Ox King, and Oolong. And I guess Oolong's more important, how he saves state near the end of the arc by wishing for panties, which is quite a comical moment. And at this point in the series, the arc for the most part is focused on comedy, with Goku doing things such as breaking the manga panel, or Master Roshi just obliterating an entire mountain on his own. And it has a nice blend of action as well, such as Goku fighting Yamcha. And later on in the series, we will see Toriyama deviate from the comedy aspect and go more for action, but as of now in Dragon Ball, it's mainly a comedy show, and it is great. Along with the comedy in Dragon Ball, we also get a ton of world building, and it's awesome because we get to experience the world as Goku does. So as Goku sees the world go bigger, we see it go bigger. As Goku meets things such as kings, gods, rule of the earth, we meet those things too, and we expand our interest in the world of Dragon Ball. Now that we've gotten most of the heroes and characters out the way, let's go to the main antagonist of the Dragon Ball series. And personally, I think this is one of the main highlights of this series. So our first main antagonist is Pilaf and the Pilaf gang. So their whole goal is to take the world. They're mainly a gag, so they're not too important, and personally, I would not spend much time with them, though they are a funny gag every now and then, and they do return in Dragon Ball Super. Now our next antagonist, I believe it is Master Roshi for the 17th, 18th World Martial Arts Tournament. Sorry, I've not read it very recently. And once again, he's just an antagonist, a goal for Goku to overcome. We then get our first real villain of the series, and that is the Red Ribbon Army with General Blue. Of course, General Blue, once again, he is a gag who's, I want to say he's quite gay. And he's afraid of women, all that stuff. And then we get to probably the biggest antagonist up to this point, Mercenary General Tao. Now, Tao actually defeats Goku and nearly kills him. So that does give us some stakes, of course. He also kills an Indian who attempts to protect Goku from after Goku has saved his son. And then we expand the world more. Our next antagonist is Tien. Once again, he is not a villain per se, but mainly just an obstacle for Goku to overcome. Our final two main antagonists of the series is Demon King Piccolo and Piccolo Jr., and of course Drum, Tambourine, Cymbal, and all the other Demon King Piccolo minions. Now these antagonists, the reason why Dragon Ball's antagonists are so well designed is because of their different motives. With most shonen, The antagonists all have the same motive, to take over the world, or take over this island, something such as that nature, such as Fairy Tail can be criticized for. However, with Dragon Ball, the antagonists are not all trying to take over the world. General Red, for example, from the Red Ribbon Army, just wants to become taller because he's a midget. Tien just wants to get stronger, such as Goku. Master Roshi just wants to teach kids to keep on training. Now, and then we have Demon King Piccolo and Piccolo Jr., who do wish to take over the world and mean to kill everybody on it. As you can see, with this disparity and goals for the villains, keeps us up on our toes. And not every villain is stronger than the other, such as Master Roshi being stronger than any Red Ribbon Army officer, yet it takes place afterwards. Or Demon King Piccolo being around the same strength as Piccolo Jr., although Piccolo Jr. is stronger. And that's why I love the antagonist Dragon Ball. They're not linear, and they continually change up the antagonists of the series, so don't get stuck in a linear, oh, this guy's stronger than the last, you gotta get better. Dragon Ball continues to switch up the formula, and it is phenomenal in the antagonist department. To put it simply, Dragon Ball is an extremely fun and child-friendly series for the most part, that has great dialogue, funny villains, brilliant world building, and a fun main character that you can stick around with. So now I think it's time to get on to the sequel series, Dragon Ball Z. With Dragon Ball Z, I believe this is where most of the criticism begins to mount among the franchise. However, I do not believe much criticism can be applied to the first arc of the series, the Saiyan Saga. To give some context, the Saiyan Saga starts off 5 years after Goku defeated Piccolo Jr. However, Piccolo Jr. is still perceived as a major threat to the world, and Goku may not even be stronger than him at this point, as we the audience do not know. Then we get some extreme world building with the character of Raditz, Goku's long lost brother, to where we are revealed that Goku is an alien. Now with this reveal, this does explain why Goku is so strong, as perhaps Saiyans may mature or grow faster or stronger than normal humans, and this is a good way to explain why Goku seemed to grow so much faster than people such as Krillin or Yamcha in the original series. It also helps us expand the world by explaining that there are aliens out there, although many could already infer that with characters such as Piccolo clearly not being human. The rest of the Saiyan Saga is quite simple. Aliens come from Earth and they wish to either conquer Earth or kill everybody. The motives are, I feel like they switch. And then they wish to take the Dragon Balls to come in and become immortal. Now, of course, Goku has unfortunately perished against Battle Raditz, so he goes training in the other world, while every other Z fighter goes to take on those Saiyans. And here we get some of the most brutal beatdowns I've ever seen in Dragon Ball. This being the Z Fighters versus Nappa. Nappa absolutely thrashes the Z Fighters. He takes on Chaozu's Suicide Blast, breaks Krillin's legs. Yamcha doesn't even get the chance to fight him because he dies by Cyberman, and Piccolo dies protecting Gohan, which is one of the best moments in the series and leads to some of the best character development in the series, being with Piccolo throughout the Frieza and Saiyan Saga. However, I feel like that is a topic for another day, and we might touch on it someday later. Eventually, Goku arrives from the other world to save the day. He defeats Nappa, and now he's faced off with the other Saiyan who has arrived, Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta. Quite possibly the greatest rivalry in anime history. And what happens next? The video ends! Sorry for the extremely abrupt ending, but I saw this video was kind of becoming long. I wrote it in a couple pages, so I'm like, you know what? Let's break it up into 2 parts, you know? So I want to say in about a week or so, I might have part 2 if y'all would enjoy that. So anyway, do not forget to tell me how this video is. Once again, I'm still attempting to learn how to do my anime sort of thing. I know this is not the best setup, but I'm still trying. So feel free to leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave a like, who knows? Leave a comment, tell me what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. And hey, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Peace.